Good morning, friends, and happy Monday. At least it's Monday when we're filming this. I don't know what day it will be when you guys see this, but it's Krista from Hebert's Down Home. If you are new here, welcome. I would love to have you click that subscribe button down below. So we are getting started with our morning this morning kind of early. We're off to a good start. Just lots of catch up from the weekend, but I thought I would show you this morning what we're having for breakfast. This is kind of going to be Trim Healthy Mama sort of a video, sort of a Trim Healthy Mama day in the life sort of a video maybe. I don't know for sure what this is going to turn into, but anyway, this is what I'm feeding my kids today. Not completely on plan, but still a healthy choices. So they are eating hard-boiled eggs. They just cracked some hard-boiled eggs. They're going to have hard-boiled eggs and a little bit of toast. And then I think I am going to have, I made last week some Brianna Thomas peach cobbler stuff, and it has a lot of oatmeal in it. And so I'm gonna do that for an breakfast for me this morning. So I'll show that to you real quick. So this is the Brianna Thomas peach cobbler that's left over from last week. I'm just gonna heat it up, and whoever wants it can eat the rest of it. We often eat it for breakfast, but it's a good option. So I thought I would just give you guys a little bit of a garden update. I have a new muff thing on my microphone for my camera, so I'm gonna try this out because it is kind of windy and a lot of times we get a lot of wind noise outside. So we're gonna see how this works today and if this muff helps any or not. So little experiment with you guys, but I thought that I would show you my garden and where we're at with this. My cucumbers, and they are doing wonderfully. We're getting, oh gosh, 4 to 6 cucumbers a day or so. So that's, the cucumbers are producing well. This is a spaghetti squash plant, and half of it is doing well and the other half is not. And we're wondering if something's going on with maybe not getting enough water. Gotta show you guys this though. I've got this spaghetti squash and I'm not sure when they're ripe and ready, but this is one that's getting super big. And I'm gonna have to read up on how I know when it's ready, but it's not coming off the vine easily, so I'm assuming it's not ready yet. So, and then this is my zucchini plant that was doing wonderfully, and once again half of it continues to produce well, and this half just died the other day. So I'm not sure, once again, are we having a watering issue? There's no bugs. So we'll have to see what's going on with the zucchini plant. We don't do well with zucchini here typically, so I was surprised it's lasted this long. These in here are some cantaloupe plants along here, and they're growing, but I don't have any cantaloupe setting on yet. I have lots of flowers, so I'm supposing that will happen soon. My pepper plants are small, but we never have much for peppers until, are you a pepper? Until the end of the season, and then we'll start having pepper plants at the end of summer. So my tomatoes are doing well. I have one plant down at the very end that once again maybe isn't getting enough water. We're not sure what's going on. You know what, Grayson, if you want to get a watering can and fill up the bottom thing on that, you could do that. Fill up the bottoms on all these. Thank you. So I have lots of tomatoes setting on. They're all green. I have snuck the first 2 grape tomatoes into my mouth. They haven't even made it into the house, that have turned red, and then otherwise we are just working with green tomatoes at this point, but soon, guys, soon. Okay, so this is the size of the carrots right now, but they are so close together, I don't think that they're gonna get real big, so we're kind of disappointed in our carrot planting abilities here. We need to
we can wash them off.
We could wash them off and eat them, I think, yes. But they would grow bigger if we spread them out a little bit, wouldn't they? Do you want to take these to go wash them?
Yes.
Then you guys can eat them if you want. Tell Bentley to go help you wash the carrots. Okay. Off goes Jackson. He's gonna go wash those and eat them. You can help him wash them, Grayson. Okay, and then these are the potatoes. I'm not sure. I think we'll be pulling them up before long and seeing where we're at as far as if they're ready or not. I need to do some reading on when we pull up potatoes. If you want to let me know in the comments below, that would be fine. Have a tiny bite, Jackson?
No, you can. You can.
Okay, just a minute.
Thank you.
Okay, so I am back in my hot, sweaty kitchen. My air conditioner is on, but I just have a lot of heat going on in here. So I'm just gonna give you the rounds of what I'm working on this morning, trying to get a little bit ahead on meals for this week and catch up on what's happening. We just got back from a grocery haul this last weekend. You may see this before you see the haul. I'm not for sure how it's all gonna turn out, but anyway, I did pick up a 5-pound package of ground beef. I had some already in my freezer, so I'm dealing with that meat today before it needs to either be frozen or used, it says. So I am cooking up about 4 pounds of it. Actually, I think it was 6 pounds, so total. So I'm cooking up about 4 pounds of ground beef. Then I'm gonna drain that and rinse it. And then I have 2 pounds of hamburger that yeah, kids in the background, in and out, in and out. 2 pounds of hamburger that I am going to stick in the deep freeze for making hamburgers. I have my tea going on here. I'm getting ready to make a good girl moonshine, so I have my raspberry iced tea stuff going. And then I've got a load of laundry going on in the laundry room, and I have some waffles going on. So I'm going to tell you a little story about my waffles. Actually, I might need to switch these out. Yep, I need to put some more in there, so hang on just a second, and then I'll tell you my waffle story. Can only do so many things at once. I also have some whole wheat buns here that I'm thawing out for lunch for the kids. So there you go. Just seems like I'm multitasking in a lot of ways this morning. You can hear the bread machine behind me as well. I'll talk about that in a minute. Okay. See if I can do this one-handed, guys, without like burning myself. Yay! Okay. I'm gonna close that up. Get another one going. So the story on the waffles is this. I was gonna do the freezer waffles from the Trim Healthy Table cookbook for the whole family. That was my plan. But I didn't do my homework and look at all the ingredients first, and I realized that it's gonna use a ton of eggs because it calls for egg whites and some eggs. And I also need eggs for an egg casserole that I'm doing for tonight as well. So I decided that I'm gonna do, the kids are gonna get the regular waffles, grandma's recipe that we always make, which they're probably gonna be happier with anyway. And I'm gonna try out one recipe of the freezer waffles for just Monty and I. And then we'll freeze the rest of those for breakfasts. But I think everybody will be happier that way, and we'll use less expensive ingredients. So I hate to do that. Like at supper time, usually I make on plan for everybody. Sometimes it's a crossover for the kids, but I try to make it on plan. I may add an off plan side. So that's where we're at. I'm gonna make the freezer waffles for Monty and I from the Trim Healthy Table cookbook. They're gonna get grandma's recipe. It'll all be fine, it'll all work out, but that's gonna just be the easiest thing. Okay, and then I'm also gonna make an egg casserole to go with that. And Monty's actually feeding them tonight, so I am going to get this all ready ahead of time so he can kind of do a heat 'em and eat 'em kind of a thing. He's gonna have a waffles and breakfast casserole ready for everyone for this evening. On Monday nights, Monty is super sweet and he lets me have a break and he feeds the kids, and actually he often takes them over to his mom's to play games in the afternoon. So that gives me a nice break, and I typically work on my blog and my vlog on Monday afternoons. So that's a really sweet thing that he does for me. And I usually try in return to have some sort of dinner plans or dinner ready to go. So the other thing that is happening in my kitchen is my little bread machine is mixing up some bread dough for the kids. It's an oatmeal whole wheat bread that I'm using for them, so to have on hand for this week. So I'm making that as well. Okay, friends. So I went outside to check on the kids. They're doing great. My big kids are watching them. They jumped into the pool this morning. We are getting as much outside time in as we can today, because tomorrow it is supposed to start raining, and it's gonna rain for a few days here, supposedly. We'll see if that really happens or not. That would be okay, we need the rain for sure. Okay, so I'm trying these waffles, and they're okay. The texture is a little strange. I kinda think maybe if I put them in the fly. I have a fly bugging me. If I put it in the toaster, like let these cool and then put them in the toaster for a morning, that maybe the flavor will be better. We'll see. Or the texture will be better. The flavor will be the same. So the flavor's okay. Even the one that I did really lots of batter, it did not turn out very thick. So they're pretty flat. I have heard that cooking them extra in the waffle iron helps to kind of crisp them up as well. But anyway, we'll see. I don't know for sure what the final verdict is gonna be on these. Okay, I'm gonna show you one more thing that I am doing here for my breakfast prep. Oh, you can hear the bread machines kicking in behind me, still working. For my breakfast, my supper, breakfast for supper prep, there you go. I'm going to do 2 egg casseroles, and I got the original idea from Joy Filled Eats. So just look up Joy Filled Eats and her egg casseroles, and she has some fun ones in there, some great ideas. I make mine a little bit different, but that's originally, I think, where I got the idea from. So first of all, I have a dozen eggs, and I used up some of my yolks that from my freezer waffles. I had some yolks left because it called for some egg whites. So I have the egg yolks are in here along with some cream cheese. I'm just gonna blend this together, and some almond milk. That's gonna be sort of my base. And then I'm gonna make 2 separate egg casseroles, one for Monty and I and one for the kids. So these are the breakfast casseroles. This one over here is Monty and mine. Of course, it's full of vegetables. I have zucchini in there. I have some onions and green peppers. I have some spinach, and I have that egg and cream cheese mixture with the almond milk, and salt and pepper. Basically, that's what's in there. Sorry, no measurements on this deal because I'm just throwing it together on the fly, but it's easy, guys. Just, you know, like you're making scrambled eggs or something. Think about that. Anyway, so, and then this one is the kids', and I went ahead and did sausage in theirs. They have the egg mixture, and then they have cheese and some hash browns in theirs. No veggies. And the ones kids who like veggies can eat on ours. But anyway, those are the 2 little egg casseroles that they're gonna have this evening with their waffles. And I think they're gonna do waffles and strawberries. So I'm gonna get this mess behind me cleaned up. And then I'm gonna bring the kids in for lunch. We're gonna have read aloud time, take chill, a little bit of a rest time. They'll probably watch a movie quietly or do some quiet activities. And then Monty will be coming home, and it will be his turn to take over. And that is such a blessing on my Monday afternoons to give me a little bit of time and a break. So thank you so much for watching today and for joining my kitchen craziness. And we will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.